We all like to think we're amazing multitaskers, right? Juggling a million things at once, trying to get ahead. But what if I told you that very habit is silently wrecking your future potential? Today, we're going to unpack a really powerful idea, the cognitive debt cycle.
Come on, you know you've done this. You're in a meeting, you're nodding along, but your eyes are actually scanning that urgent email that just popped up. It feels like you're being super productive, killing two birds with one stone.
Or maybe this is more your style. You're bouncing from a spreadsheet to a news article, over to your team chat, and then back again, all in a matter of seconds. It's just the modern workflow, right? This kind of chaotic, digital dance.
But here is the big question. Is all that frantic activity actually productive? Or are you, without even realizing it, taking out a loan against your own brain?
And this brings us to the main event, the cognitive debt cycle. And listen, this is not just a clever little metaphor. It's a way of understanding a very real process happening in your brain. Every single time you switch tasks, you're making a small withdrawal from your mental bank account. Thinking about it like financial debt makes it all click. I mean, with money, you borrow it now, but you pay interest later, and that reduces your future wealth. Well, cognitive debt is exactly the same. You borrow focus from one thing to give to another, but you pay a hefty context-switching toll that chips away at your future potential. And this is how that debt just spirals. It starts the second you try to multitask. See, our brains just aren't wired for that kind of rapid-fire switching. They're built for deep focus. So with every single switch, your brain has to pay this tiny neurological tax just to reorient itself. It's a small fee, sure, but you might be doing this hundreds of times a day. And that debt, it just quietly builds up. And the result is that your ability to do deep, meaningful work, to actually learn new skills, it starts to shrink.
So the real takeaway here is that this isn't just about being a little less efficient today. Forgetting where you were in a report or taking an extra 5 minutes to finish something, that's just the tip of the iceberg. The real cost is so much bigger.
The long-term consequences are where things get really serious. This debt you've been building up is actively eroding your overall ability to think. It gets in the way of you learning complex skills, it damages your potential down the road, and it makes that feeling of being in the zone, that deep flow state, almost impossible to reach.
Let's just sit with this quote for a second because it's heavy. It doesn't say distracting us, it says actively eroding. That's a slow, destructive process. Every time we choose to multitask, we're making a choice that chips away at the very foundation of our future selves.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. It's so easy to look at all the notifications, the tabs, the constant pull for our attention, and just write it off as being busy. But when you start to frame it as a cognitive debt, the question becomes way more personal. What is it really costing you? Not just today, but tomorrow.